Okay, we are still at the temple, and I want to do another discussion about a different topic. And this is sort of something that I've had in mind, like that's been on my mind for a very, very long time. So there's two ways I can title this video. It's number one is like finding like player two, and also just finding other adventures in general. So I think for a long time, I've been feeling like not necessarily like alone, but more like just just wanting someone else to like wanting to find someone else who wants to do very similar things as me, and feeling like I have a buddy that I can like talk to, do things with, and adventure with. And for me, being in Japan right now in Kyoto, like that I think was one of my number one things that I was hoping to find once I arrived. Of course, it's only been 3 weeks, and I haven't quite found that yet. I made good friends for sure. Um, Obviously, we've only known each other for 3 weeks, so nobody's like a close friend or anything like that. But I feel like each person I've met is a wonderful and great person, and can definitely become a close friend in the future. And there are people that I love to do things with. Some of them are, they all have different personalities. So some of them are really, really bubbly and and fun. Others are a bit quieter, but they have like interesting backstories. It's cool to meet a lot of different people and just get to know them. But everyone is different, and for me personally, I'm still looking for that person who's, and this is also not like romantic or anything. Uh, it, if it is, it's fine, but like that's great. But I'm more so just looking for someone who's willing to come to places like this in the morning with me, and also film things and also like create things. They have like a creative energy about them. There's passion, and there's just this like familiar soul, like an adventurer's soul. And it's something that I've been looking for a while. And I feel like I've met people like that for sure. But and I met people like that at the Kyoto Piano, Kyoto Station Piano. I should be more specific. But it's like there's always some sort of barrier. It's either maybe we're not creating the same stuff, maybe our personalities just don't quite match up as well. Maybe there's a huge language barrier here as well for people who play piano. Like I oftentimes struggle to talk to them in Japanese because my Japanese just isn't there yet, and their English isn't there yet. So it's just like definitely a barrier. And I suppose there's just a lot of excuses I can make for why I haven't found that player two, that other adventurer that I'm looking for. Like maybe I'm just too picky. Maybe I'm just looking for something that doesn't quite exist. Maybe I'm not taking the right steps of like asking the right questions, getting to know them in the right way, and really trying to see if they are actually willing to do stuff like this with me, because I haven't necessarily asked anyone to like make videos with me yet. It's just I get like an energy, a feel from it, and see if they're the type of person that would want to, and then I ask or don't ask based on that. So, and also I don't mean to like say these things because like I feel like the people I've met or the people I know and my friends that I have right now are not enough. Everyone has their own life path. Everyone has their own like goals and things they like to do and want to do. And for me, like, I love my friends. the friends that I have right now, the friends that I've made, I think they're great. I think like I care about all of them for sure, but there's just still that longing for finding someone, an adventure buddy, someone who has a familiar soul similar to mine. And like I said, and it's difficult, like I've been talking about. It's just finding exactly a good like match, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's just been something I've been feeling. And I suppose being here after 3 weeks, like I do feel a little bit like sad that I haven't found that yet, but at the same time, I do think it takes more work than I am first imagining. So I gotta change things up with myself, you know? I can't just like hope. I gotta ask the right questions, gotta engage in the right way, gotta give off like more of that energy and not feel like defeated by it. Because I do feel like oftentimes I really, really hope this is not offensive or like mean to the people I've met. But sometimes when I talk to people, it's like I ask them what they've been up to or what they do, this is like me talking about some people I've met in Japan, and sometimes they tell me like, oh, they just spent all their time in their room playing video games or watching media, entertainment, and stuff like that. And for me, I'm like, I don't know. You're in Japan, like, there's just so much you can do. Why are you spending your time like that? But at the same time, I understand like everyone has their own things they like to do and things that make them happy. And I hate that my brain goes to that, and I hate that I'm like judging in a way. Like I really, really don't want to do that. But a part of me feels that. Like, if I'm honest, and I really, really was hesitant to say that, but I just want to be honest to the camera. I just want to be like myself, you know? And a part of me does feel that sort of like have those thoughts, even though I do realize that everyone is different and they will do what they want to do that makes them happy. So yeah, this is a lot of contradictions in my head sometimes, but I feel like when I talk to people like that, and they're great, you know, they're nice people, and I like hanging out with them, I like doing things with them, but when I meet people like that, I know I get a feeling like this person is not the soul that I'm looking for, the person that the player 2 that I'm looking for, the adventurers that I'm looking for, basically. Because I guess I want someone. So, quick story. So for the first day of class, or not first day, but the entrance exam, we started off with taking it, and then afterwards, all the English speakers sort of gathered together. I think I might have mentioned that already, but I was very, very proactive about making sure I got everybody's lines and creating a group for all of us to talk. But I sort of like was hoping someone else would like really, really want to do that as well. So for me, it's like looking for someone who's as proactive and as wanting to do these things as I am. Like asking to go out in the mornings to hang out and explore Kyoto and just so many things. But I do find that we are obviously going to a language school. A lot of people are basing their schedule around the language school, which is in the afternoon. So most people don't do too much in the morning, and they prefer to do things on the weekend, which is totally fine. But for me, it's like I want to do something close to every day, like explore, do something that's different. And I just haven't found that person who's willing to do that with me yet, or wanting or showing that they want to do that. But once again, like, I really, really want to state this a lot. Like, they are awesome people. They're just not the same. They're just not vibrating at the same frequency as me, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's just sort of what I've been looking for a while. And I think the moral of this video is just to, like, keep looking. Like, if I'm telling myself, or if you feel similarly, like, to keep looking and to change things up. Like, it's not as if like I don't want to be friends with these people. I want to be friends with these people. It's just I have to keep actively looking for other people who could potentially have what I'm looking for, the personality and values that match my own. The snow is definitely melting, but yeah, it's like, just keep looking and don't stop. It's actually really hard to follow that advice, because once you have that, like, friend group, you sort of stick with them, you know? You sort of do things a lot with them. And I think that's probably one of the hardest parts about this is, like, everyone already, at least in the language school, has their established friend groups now. So I have to be even more proactive in looking for others. But I think that's about it. In terms of the topic, definitely got to get it out there. I've been feeling it for a while. And it's also something, like I said, I felt while I was in California, despite California being like such a big creator hub. I was just not going out enough. But now that I'm in Japan, it's so much easier to go out. So I have really no excuse to not keep looking. But yeah, there's also way more methods that I haven't explored. Like, I'm just so bad at forming online connections for whatever reason. I mean, there's a lot of great reasons why it's harder. Lot of sensible reasons, but yeah, I haven't explored that path, so maybe I should try more. And it might be easier because creators are usually online. I'm just someone who's not really active on social media very much. I just like making videos for fun. But yeah, I can do way more on my side is what I'm trying to say. And I will continue to try. And I'll close this off by saying it one more time. Especially for people like that are already friends with me and that know me. Like, I trust, like, they know that I obviously care about them, and I would never like say that they're not enough. It's just I'm looking for looking for specific people that fit, that has the adventurous soul that I'm looking for. Okay, that's about it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Also, one more thing I wanted to mention. I do feel like people do have that soul, that adventurous soul, that personality. It's just oftentimes life and just the system that society creates for us definitely pounds it out of you. Because I think most kids have it, but by the time you reach adulthood, sometimes it just leaves. It's just knocked out of you. So I suppose, in a way, like, everyone has it. It's just more so people express it in different ways. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I was thinking about that earlier. I just didn't say it. Okay, that's it.